Hello, sweet Doc Marten friends, and welcome back to today's video. So, today y'all wanted to hear me talk about the very most current Doc Marten trends. Go ahead and discuss first what's trending in the Doc Marten verse. So the Elfie flats. I just purchased these literally before I made this video, by the way, guys. The Elfie flat came up as one of the top trends right now. And I don't even see people talking about these. They did pop up on Pinterest though, because I like to use Pinterest for trending doc styles because the Pinterest girlies get it. Pinterest people get it, I should say. Non-binaries as well. We do not judge here. What can I say about it? I don't know. It's very trendy, but it's also timeless. It does follow the doc way of just effortlessly combining that structure. That's what Doc Martens does. Doc Martens, I feel like, is really known for their timeless styles, and timeless, albeit a very controversial topic, I think, in the world of fashion. If you're gonna choose a brand that knows how to do it well, it's Doc Martens, let's be honest. The next trending style, I should say, for Doc Martens is chunky sandals. Chunky sandals, the ones that I'm seeing on the Doc Marten website right now, I'm gonna throw a bunch up here on the screen for you. They are not vibing with them, guys. Like, I'm compared to like the Clarissa sandal and the Voss sandal, which are still on there, at least, well, not the Clarissa. I have not seen the Clarissa on the website in a while, but the Voss sandal is still there. Maybelline was really the only one that I saw that I really could say that I loved and would wear. And I feel like that may change as I'm seeing them pop up over time, because when you see people style the Doc Marten shoes slash sandals, it can change your opinion very, very drastically. There's a couple pairs that I have seen people style online that I would have never touched until I saw them on the person. And it kind of has been making me want to take a trip to the Doc Marten store. So you guys can comment down below if you want me to do that and do a video on trying on some sandals at the Doc Marten store and maybe making a purchase or two. I think that would be kind of fun. Also, subscribe if you would like to, and hit that notification bell if you want to see more of my videos. Please like and share also, and tell your friends there's a girly on the internet who likes to style Doc Martens and talk fashion. Chunky sandals, I think, will always be a staple for me in my wardrobe. I freaking love a good chunky sandal. It's so 90s, it's so edgy. I mean, truthfully, I feel like chunky sandals were almost every decade. Particularly 90s though, you saw a lot of chunky sandals happening. A chunky sandal is a style that we have been seeing consistently over the decades, especially since I've gotten into fashion. I think we can all appreciate a gorgeous chunky sandal. There's only so much I can say about a specific style of Doc Marten. I'd rather show you guys pictures and kind of give you style tips and advice rather than just sitting here and kind of reiterating myself on particular styles and particular trends. Because you guys know I don't really like to focus on trends per se on this channel, even though I know it would probably get me more clout, but I'm a stubborn gal and I'm going to go the slow way. Let's continue. Indie vanguard styles popped up for me, and I thought this was intriguing. So hipster style Doc Martens, when I think hipster style, vanguard style, I'm thinking Crazy Horse styles for sure. So I have the regular Crazy Horse and I also have the Crazy Horse Jaden, which, by the way, these are two of some of my favorite styles. They're very, very androgynous, and I think this would be a good style for both men and women. I don't see enough men wearing these Jaden Crazy Horse. Where are y'all men at? Because these would look so freaking good on you for a platform boot. But anyway, vanguard might be a new word in the industry. Ooh, what? I think this is going to be popping up more from what I've been looking at. Essentially, there's like the hipster indie style, and vanguard dubbed as a comeback. So I guess they're calling it indie sleaze, okay? And that's kind of what Doc Marten, I think, has been centering around their new trends. This trend is essentially bringing back the 2010s idea of indie fashion, and it's actually kind of pulling out of micro trends. And I do feel like Doc Martens maybe, don't quote me, maybe one of the first people to really be honing in on this trend. Micro trends appear like they may be on the out, and we're going to be seeing more of this indie sleaze style. And there was a lot of like sportswear sport and tailed style coming up. I even saw it when I did my reel. You can follow my Instagram down below if you guys want to, but I did a reel on styling 5 of the top fashion trends right now. And one of them was this combo of sporty, and they're kind of, it seems like they're kind of trying to combine the sporty indie sleaze vibes here. All right, and the last Doc Marten trend that I wanted to talk about right now is the Buzz 5i. These shoes were marketed to hell. Like, thank you, by the way, to the follower who suggested I nab them pretty much before anybody else. Even though I'm literally subscribed to their email list and I actually get to shop on their website before like anybody else does. I have access to that. I don't even know how I got that feature, but I do have access to it. I didn't know about this. You guys really helped me out. Like, sometimes I want to cry at how much you guys helped me grow this channel. I'm simping for you guys, but please continue to help me out here because I just simply don't have the time to be on top of every Doc Marten trend that pops up. The Buzz 5i blew up. Like, these shoes, I did not anticipate the hype for these. And when I first looked at them, guys, honestly, I thought they were like the ugliest thing I'd ever seen. But styled, like looking at them from the front, they're so freaking cute, and I actually found myself wanting to reach for them on a regular basis to style them. I'm curious to see if over the next couple months they become one of my most styled shoes, just because I think they're fun. I do think the black would be more versatile than the cheetah print, but I chose the cheetah print because I don't have a cheetah print Doc, and on top of it, I do love animal print. Obviously, I'm also wearing, I think this is leopard print Converse. I get confused, guys. Don't judge me. So for the next portion of this video, I'm going to style my most worn Docs. I'm going to pull my most worn Docs of this year, I think. I was going to do of like the past year, but I think to be cohesive with the trends, I'm going to pull what just has been inspiring me. Let's go ahead and get into the styling portion. I'm going to try to incorporate this contemporary indie sleaze hipster style because I just think that's going to be fun to see what I can come up with, see if my wardrobe is kind of cohesive with this. The portion I think I'm loving the absolute most about indie sleaze is the messy, grungy effect. So Mingle London popped up immediately my search, and guess who has been a Mingle London stan? I'm gonna shout out to Alexa Sunshine 83 for that one because she put me on. There's a huge grunge alternative aesthetic to indie sleaze, so I think for once I may actually be, whether directly or indirectly, hopping on a fashion trend because I am all about this. This is my vibe in a nutshell. I love looking intentionally messy. I love grunge fashion. Truthfully, that's probably one of my favorite descriptive words, labels to use for my style. And I love looking intentionally messy. There's a messy but done up vibe about indie sleaze that I also keep seeing. This can be tailored to the goth alt community in the fashion world because alternative style, grunge style, and goth fashion has really been making a comeback in general. I think 2024 we saw a lot of this happening, and you know, now it's kind of taking that full circle back where they're like, oh wow, okay, this is cool again, so we're going to make this an indie sleaze trend, which I think is an interesting term to coin, but we're just reinventing what was happening a couple decades ago, and truthfully I think what has been happening in 2024 behind the scenes. Let's go ahead and get into the styling. So I have about 8 pairs of Docs here that I have been reaching for since January. If you've seen Anne Hathaway in The Princess Diaries, it always takes me back to these Doc Martens. The Buzz 5i definitely remind me of these Docs she wore in this scene. So I think that's kind of funny to just relate that back when they were just so not considered cool. I'm gonna start with probably the only pair that's not black besides the cheetah print one. So let's start with the non-black Docs. The Leona boot. These were one of my first pairs I ever purchased when I first started collecting, and to this day they continue to be one of my most reached for Docs. I try to do an indie sleaze style off of these. I think this is going to be the most difficult pair to do that with. These give me more clean girl aesthetic. Do you know what I mean? Thinking about putting pink ribbon laces in these. Are we gonna get crazy? let's get crazy, guys. I have no clue how these are gonna look styled, but tell me these are not giving indie sleaze. Okay. Now, I was kind of contemplating as I was sticking these in what the hell I want to style these with. Like, I thought about a romper. One of the first things that popped into my brain, because I thought to myself, you know, pink and brown, but this is not giving indie sleaze. Wait a second. Do I have pink tights? Could I get away with black fishnets? Like, I'm getting real wild here, guys. I almost want to try black fishnets, and I do feel like black fishnets and this might be a hit. Okay, let me see. Please hold. As feminine and baby pink as this romper is, I truthfully find it to be one of my best purchases I've ever made. Here is what we're working with. So these fishnets, they're intentionally ripped, okay? Now, do I like this for what we're going for? Abso-freaking-lutely. Could I turn them around and have the back of my leg open? Abso-freaking-lutely. Would it maybe be cuter that way? I don't know. I'm indie sleazing so hard. Okay, and now we're gonna put on the boots and we're gonna put the whole ensemble together and see what happens. Cute! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm speechless. I'm looking in the mirror at how freaking adorable this is. Obviously, it's a little trashy, but that's what we want. That is what we're here for. We're here for a little bit of trash. But I think for the first outfit, this is so cute. Like a summer fit to like a show night fit. Oh my God, this would hit so freaking hard. Wait, you know what I could do to make it even better? Do not know how adding black to this will be, but because it's like leather, I think that this will actually be just the icing on the freaking cake. I actually would say you could add like chunky necklaces to make it even more grungy, but I think I really like these delicate pieces around my neck. It just brings femininity to the outfit that I really enjoy with the pink. So yeah, this is the final fit, guys. Wow, holy moly. I'm keeping these pink laces in these boots because I'm going to be styling them. I'm in shock. Indie sleaze outfit number 1. Go Doc Martens for introducing me. I'm gonna fist pump. I am worried that this outfit's gonna take the cake, but we never know what's gonna happen along the way. So let's go ahead and style the next one. I actually talked about these in my Doc Marten purchase regret video, but lo and behold, I have reached for these at least 3 times since 2025 started. I cannot tell you why. They are right in front of my face. That probably is part of the reason. But the Galena Max, guys, I am so freaking in love with these. I think these will be really easy to style for the indie sleaze vibes just because they're already super grungy from the gate. I can't really tell if this is gonna give more mom aesthetic or indie sleaze, truthfully, but I'm gonna try it. So I have all these waist belts I got when I worked at Express, and I love them. I don't style them enough, truthfully, but they're so freaking cute. I definitely think there's potential here. I like this a lot, but it's giving more artsy, but like it could definitely fall under the contemporary hipster category. So they're kind of all, I noticed, grouped into one. So I think we're gonna roll and we're gonna rock with it. The boots are bringing. I know, don't you guys love it when I don't show you, but I talk my mouth off? I'm a yapper, what can I say? Okay. Okay. Like, you all are probably wondering if I'm risking catching fire. I am. I like to live life on the edge. Just a moment. Just a moment. My heart and soul. These boots brought it to an indie sleaze level. Doc Martens already, like all of your styles are already indie sleaze, so you can just chillax because they rock. Next pair are these, which Part of the reason I had been reaching for these was because I didn't know if I wanted to keep them. I thought about selling them. But the more I styled them, the more I loved them. Okay, we're about to layer it up. Okay, this is kind of giving more Renaissance, but we have ideas. Okay, so I actually had a top that I'm choosing first for this. Thought about a mini skirt, but it's almost too predictable, you know? Maybe some pants. This is the top that I was thinking about doing. I love this top. I got it on Urban Outfitters. I got it on clearance and it's super cute. I do wish I would have gotten it in more colors. The thing I have to remember is that when I find a top I really like on Urban Outfitters, I have to order it in every single color, like, because I will wear it. I will wear it. Okay, so I'm loving the textures, the layers here. I think this is really cute. I also love when necklaces sit underneath mesh. I think that it's so cute. Also, it stays in place, which is a functional benefit. Do I think this would be too much or just enough? I just stumbled upon these Levi's when I went to Target to go grocery shopping / pick up a couple toiletries, and I noticed that Levi's was having a sale. These, however, were not part of the sale. These were full price, unfortunately, but also shout out to KK Fit because they put me onto these. I actually almost bought them immediately when I saw them on them, but happened to find them at Target. So we love a little backstory, but I'm thinking this might be a vibe. These pants surprisingly go with so much. Again, this falls under the hipster category for sure, more so than the indie sleaze category, but we're gonna roll with it and we're going to rock with it. We need to throw on a jacket. And we have another freaking masterpiece. This is 3 for 3, guys. My wardrobe is really starting to impress me. Out the jacket. These denim, I almost didn't get them because they were full price, but God, am I so happy that I got these denim. The next pair that surprised me that I wore were harness. And these look so cute with shorts and tights. And guess what indie sleaze entails? Little shorts and tights. So we're definitely probably gonna make that a statement with this, but we're gonna add hopefully some silver, some buckles, some grunge, you know, make it super spicy. This is such a vibe. I love these tights. I paid way too much for them on Depop. I think someone handmade them, but I literally paid like $50 for these tights. But I think it was worth it. You guys want to see the reveal, don't you? I know. Hold on. Just be patient. Definitely down. Just because I want the red hair to be, you know, prominent with this one and a little messy, and it just happens to be messy because I did not dry it out of the shower. I just put mousse in it. So I think this would be the vibe. I also love these glasses so much more than I thought I did. That's what I wanted to add to this look. A beanie. There we go. So again, shorts are Abercrombie. I love these shorts. They're like the Curve Love Dad short, I think. Yeah. You could wear it like this. You could tuck the shirt in. And this is a tour t-shirt, so I really don't want to tuck it in. I like that it's baggy and chill. Beanie that I have, of course, is my Thrasher beanie, because what would be more grungy than my Thrasher beanie? Okay, this is a freaking hit. All right, I feel so badass in this, and the colors are such a vibe. Love the gray shorts. I don't know if I would tuck it in the front. I mean, you could do that. Like, this would be cool too, just to give you guys like a tip, because you can still see the Fiona apple and you can still see the tour in the back. So if you just like, if you tuck it, you know, maybe. Next pair we're gonna style are the Chelsea harness. Chelsea were popping up definitely for Doc Marten trends. The Chelsea boot in every style, quad, the regular 2976, a little plain, but it's still giving. It's giving a little bit more, maybe contemporary. Can I say that? I'm thinking about adding a touch on the top to make it just a little bit more grungy. Ooh. Wow, okay, this surprised me. This is the one. It's still kind of giving a little bit more contemporary, but that's okay. I like it. It's just enough. You could definitely add like a harness or a chain bell at the waist. I didn't really want to add that because I didn't want to go for like, you know, super clubby girl vibes. What is next, you might ask? What is next on the list? You guys know my most reached for boot this year, hands down, has to be the spiked hardware Jaden Max. And these babies just were handed to me by the universe, by a really lovely Depop girly who is super kind. Really tend to appreciate a piece so much more when you buy it secondhand. That's really what it comes down to. I think we're gonna go Lulu. These Lulu tennis skirts surprisingly do the absolute most. All right, guys, this one I just threw on. Corset is thrifted from Depop. Got it new with tags, Lululemon tennis skirt, and these spiked hardware Jadens. This is giving, I don't know, 90s girl. I feel very 90s girl in this. Like the mean girl in high school in the 90s kind of is what this is giving, but the mean rich girl, actually. Definitely with the Lululemon skirt, who went a little goth punk, indie sleaze. I think there's hints of it here. I think it's hinting, but yeah, this is pretty freaking cute, guys. Oh my gosh. This is like sexy. Like, wow. I wish that I had somewhere to wear this. I don't think I'd be comfortable wearing it to a show. Maybe with tights and a coat, but then it'd be covered, so it'd defeat the purpose. But this is an outfit that I need to be with a man in. There's just some outfits that you need to be next to your man in, where they're like classy enough to wear out, but they're almost like too suggestive to just wear out by yourself, if you guys know what I mean. This is such a vibe. I love this. This surprised me. I didn't expect this to be so freaking cute. All right, guys, last but not least, the Buzz 5i, the hot topic of 2025, evidently for Doc Martens. And these I do have trouble styling. I don't want to say I have trouble styling them. It's just, I have to think a little bit harder with these because they are cheetah print. All right, so this is a bit of a simple one, guys. The finale, I'm actually the least sure of out of all the outfits, but there's a part of me that really likes it, and it's definitely giving indie vibes. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I think that the dress is 90s enough where it works, and it's like kind of cute and fun. It's like a dressed down version of a dressed up dress. Ooh, with the jacket? Yes. Yeah, this is pretty cute. And these shoes are super comfy, I have to say. They are very, very, very comfortable. Catch you all in the next video. Thanks for hanging out and talking some trends with me. And catch you guys in the next one on Friday. Love you all. Bye.